were the Haryanka dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty and the Maurya's dynasty. Okay, now the Maurya's dynasty is one of the most famous dynasty, but the initial dynasty, that is Haryanka dynasty, was not other than that. Like if you see the first king of the Haryanka dynasty, that is Bimbisara, was the first, considered as the first stronger king of the Haryanka dynasty, who started the empire of the Magadha. After that, it was Ajatashatru. And after that, it was Udayin. So if you see, the mentality of this people was to expand their region up till the unbelievable area. Okay, so the goals were the higher. Okay, secondly, they were the most cruel people of that time. If you see the Ajatashatru became the king after killing his father Bimbisara. Now you can see the mentality of this people to acquire the kingdom, to acquire the chair. Okay, so this was the tendency, this was the legacy of this people or these kings. Okay, and after that, after Udayin is said to be the last ruler of the Haryanka dynasty. After that, we came to know about the Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty and the Maurya dynasty. Now during the Maurya dynasty, we see that from the Arthashastra text, okay, from the Chanakya's Arthashastra text, he talks about how revenue distribution should take place, how administration should take place, and how society should be governed by the king. So all the aspects that are very key or that are very essential for the good governance were explained in the Arthashastra by Kautilya. Okay, so here from this we come to know that the Magadha was having a good political structure, the stronger kings, which was the second reason why the polity was stronger. So when you see, when you analyze the history of any kingdom, first you need to analyze what was the geography, was that geography very stronger, and secondly, how was the polity. Now if you see, the geography, okay, so they had good revenue collection, okay. Secondly, they had good iron mines, because as it is Bihar region, South Bihar and Jharkhand region, present day Jharkhand region. In present day also you will find that there are iron mines from this region only, right? So see the region where we find more iron, okay? So as the iron mines were present in this Bihar and Jharkhand region during that time, okay? So here we'll see that the smelting of the iron is done. Smelting of iron is done. And to have a particular shape to the tools, we would be having the artisans. We would be having artisans who would be giving particular shape to the tools and the weapons which are necessary during the war times. Because you will see that all the 16 Mahajanapadas of during that time would be fighting for their expansion. Especially the stronger 4 Mahajanapadas. That is Avanti, Kosala, Magadha and Vatsa. Okay, so here the artisans were given the prominent positions in the kingdom, meaning that these artisans were not privately working, but they were working for the government or working for the king during that time. So the salary which was given to the artisans was not based on the profit, but it was based on the governance. That whatever salary is given to the artisan would be decided by the king and his nobles. So that is why you will find that the artisans gain more prominence during this Magad period or the Magad era. And here you will see that the artisan who will make more innovation would be having more benefits, like in what present we call it as a bonus, promotions. Okay, so the motivation was also being given to this artisans according to the literature evidences which we have got during this period. Okay, so the artisans were gaining the prominence during this Magad period, and you will find that the weapons which were initiated or evolved during this period would be having the high technical features. Now, these technical features would be depending upon the innovations which this artisans made. Now, if you have seen in the movies, especially if you go through some, the empire-like movies like say Bahubali. Okay, have you seen the Bhalladev? Okay, so in that movie you will see that there is a chariot which is driven by the Bhalladev, and here it is a iron cutting somewhat like cutter fan. Okay, when he enters into the war zone, he drives this cutter fan. Okay, now such kind of innovations were being promoted during this Magad period. Okay, now here the science and technology, the usage of the science and technology is also evident. Secondly, the revenue is also good. Why? Because agriculture is flourishing. They have the good source of perennial water. Okay, revenue is getting higher, so economy is also standing stronger. Okay,